We are live.
Do-do-do-do.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, ladies. It's time for the House of the Dragon Roundup, Season 2. Joining us, we have the Lyric Jones.
Whoop,
Ba,
Hi,
ba,
whoop.
everybody.
ba.
What is up? I am thrilled. Okay, ready.
That's awesome.
Tell us what you're drinking.
So this was courtesy to you, because I almost forgot to make a drink, but I'm calling this the off day because it's my off day at work.
Mm-hmm.
And I threw
This
together
just happened, by the way.
just created off the spot, just looked,
Just
saw
happened.
what was in the
Brand new
fridge.
names.
Water, peach crystal light, tequila, and mint leaves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nice little
Does
peach
that sound
Okay.
delicious?
It
summery.
does. I'm
Ain't
drinking a
Peter
berry
good,
monkey. Per
Okay.
usual. Well, no, usually I drink Guinness. But tonight instead. Anywho, we're gonna talk about House of the Dragon Season 2. Overall, Ms. Jones, how did you feel about this season?
Overall, I had a lot of questions answered. I think that were cliff hung from the last season.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do feel like it was a bit short. Well, it technically was only 8
Mm-hmm.
episodes. So for us to have waited 2 years, it just felt incomplete. But then I thought about it, like they would have to go full swing into the dragon fight and then abruptly end it. So I don't know which is better, them just stopping here so they can give us a full length situation next season, or, give us something, you know. I felt like
Yeah.
they kind of tried to wring out the towel, so to speak, on the last episode.
Yeah, when we talked about it on the podcast about the finale, just the finale, but I just when it ended, I was like, wait, that's it? Like, and I realized it
Mhm.
was about to end, and I was just kind of like, I'd gotten all revved up and was like ready for some shit to happen. And then it's like, oh, now the war begins. But I feel like last season when it ended and we get that shot of her turning around with all that anger because her son is dead, or we're like, oh, now the war has begun. And
Right.
then now it's like, oh, okay, no, now the war has begun.
That's exactly how we felt
We
ending. Like,
wasted the good surprise on you.
Yeah.
literally that. But I thought it was good. I really did watch all the making of House of Dragon episodes after each
Mhm.
episode. So it was really fascinating how much time and detail they took on the smallest little thing that
Mhm.
we probably wouldn't care about or notice
Or
until
even
you watch
notice,
the
yeah.
episode. Yeah, the episode. So a lot more dragon writing and a lot more explanation of whose dragon is who's riding
Mhm.
what. We saw a little bit more of the world in
What was
this.
your favorite thing that you learned having both those things?
Ooh, I would say my favorite thing would be, I have a couple, but my first favorite thing is understanding where the bastards come into play and how they're gonna
Mhm.
happen. I remember Tanya kind of texted me like, "Just wait, make sure you remember this person, that person."
Hope you
He's
got your list of
important.
names.
Yeah, just put a pin in this guy. You're gonna see him again. Um, so that was interesting. And people that I were kind of soft about last season, I kind of hate them now, like Sir Christian
Oh,
Cole. I
Oh, you
oh,
were
was
soft about
FCC.
him last season.
I didn't give him so much grief that everybody else gave him. I was easy
Mhm.
on him because I'm like, like come on, homegirl kind of let him down kind of heavy. And he's just following. He can't really say no to these women, so he's just doing what he's
There
told.
was a power dynamic that was violated, yes.
Yes. From the opposite sex, which is hilarious. Usually the other way around.
Uh,
Um, and then I like how we really see the changing of the tide of Alicent's energy to why she's somebody that I think I'm on an island of my own. I'm sympathetic to her.
Mm.
because I know you're like, F that bitch.
Fuck that
It's
bitch.
so
I'm a
funny.
little
Real quick, I'm gonna say when you said the changing of the tides, I was so hoping that it was gonna be a Valerian reference because I was like, oh shit, she's so
True.
dope. Look at that.
But I mean, hey, all inclusive tide changing.
Yeah. So
because
you
that
like
too.
Allison?
I don't like her. I'm not mad at her
Mm-hmm.
per se. Like I'm just kind of like running back season 1 in this position that she's been in, and the thing, like when you watch that episode where she's literally saying Aegon, well, the king is literally saying Aegon and on his deathbed. It just makes sense why her brain goes to where it's at. But when she found out the truth, then it was all hell broke loose for me with her. Then I'm like, okay, girl, like, you know that was the wrong one. And you know he's not supposed to be king. You know you don't like him as king. So you all that making up that you try to do the last episode, should have probably did that 3-4 episodes when we were in the crypt.
Right.
Or
The sept.
the sept.
So
Yeah,
then what did you think about that moment when she had that realization that like oh shit, I fucked up?
You said, what do I think about
when she came back to Rhaenyra?
Yeah, when she came back, sorry, yeah. When she came back and was like, wait, that was wrong. That was wrong. I'm talking about in the crypt, sorry, not when she comes back later, but when she first realizes based
when she
on
said
what
it's
they were
too
not
late.
saying. Yeah.
When she said it's too late that episode.
Mm-hmm.
You said, what do I think about it?
Yeah.
I
Like
think
her acknowledging that she was wrong in that moment, like that realization.
I think it was a lot of things unsaid. So it was a lot of like mind guessing and them looking at each other like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and then she said it's too late. And at that time it was.
Oh, it was definitely
It
too
was
late.
late.
Like there are certain things that I have sympathy for her with. The reason the moment that I realized that I hated her, there was no coming back, was in season 1, where she demanded to see the baby right after it was born.
Oh.
Mm.
And the
Yeah.
big fuss she made about them being bastards because it's none of your business. Her and
Yeah.
her man have a little thing worked out. Let them have their thing worked out. Mind your business.
Yeah, she was being
Mind your
extra
business.
shady.
And to demand to see the baby like fresh out the oven.
Yeah, that was tripping. She was
Like the
on
umbilical, they literally hadn't cut the cord yet, and the handmaiden was already there for the baby.
You know what? It's like we did drag Allison all season, but we should have done a drink and drive for her and Dumbledore and Christian Cole, because that could have maybe we should do that. Because as we're talking about it, I just keep remembering all the terrible things that she's done. And then I'm like,
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a drink and drag roundtable.
Yeah. Drink and drag, Miss Lyric Jones, is where we just go on. We just do a stream for no reason and we talk shit about insert character here.
Oh, I'm definitely game for that.
Yeah, we talk shit about fictional characters like they're real people, basically.
Yeah. Like Dumbledore is always fair game.
Yeah, we be dragging the shit out of Dumbledore, his little ghetto ass school.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the moment that like I realized I hated her. And then from then on, just like the way her jealousy played out. Like to me, it was she made everything about honor when truly it was jealousy. And that's what pissed me off about her.
Yeah.
It's our whole MO. It's just like, come on. I mean, okay, we finally got her to say it in this
Right.
Right. Like, oh my bad. I was just like, I just wanted to be just like you, and I did all the right things. Like, yeah, no, we know.
Right. You're a woman in Westeros. It sucks to be you. You know, you're like 15 being forced to marry this old ass man. You know what I mean? Like basically sent to seduce him by your own father. Like that's a really fucked up situation to be in.
And stay with him while he decomposes.
Right. And have to possibly still be laying up under him. You know,
because we need
bits and pieces just falling off. You know, but instead of she turned all of the anger and resentment about that on Rhaenyra, who was just out living her life.
Yeah.
I think, and I've been thinking about this too. I think it really just stems from the fact that they were best friends and she lied to her. even though it was a baby lie, it's just kind of like, you didn't tell me that you did sleep with this dude. You're having bastard kids, and now you're my best friend, and you're not telling me the truth about it. So now there was a divide in like, okay, you're just gonna be like that, cool. You
But
know,
on
Well,
the other
she
my
could have
hand,
son,
done that because like Allison was like wooing her dad on the low, and
right.
while
So it's like on
he was
the other
looking for
hand,
another.
you've been courting my father behind my back. So why are you worried about which guard I fucked?
yeah, one was because I was made to do it. The other was because she
Because I
wanted to.
feel like
Living my best life,
You know,
I ain't going back and forth with you.
young and wild and free.
and we gotta remember Christian Cole kind of like planted. He was the one that slipped the tongue with the slip of the tongue. Like, it's true, I did it. Like had
And
he
she
kept
was
his
like, I
mouth
wasn't
shut,
even talking about you. Like,
right,
oh shit.
right.
Yeah,
So I'm
but
just
then
trying to
it'd be
like,
like, oh, I want that as well.
okay, that's where she should have just stopped tripping altogether, because you can't guess kettle meat, calling the kettle black right there.
Right.
Can you highlight
So,
Bex's comment? It's basically exactly what you said. Yep.
Yes.
that's a
Everything
good
that
point.
in season 1, everything that Rainey said to her when she was trapped in the castle was true. That she was building a window to her own prison and all of that. Like, yes, Bex, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
Like, I don't know, you get a little bit of power. You would think you get a little bit of power. Maybe do a little something for yourself. You know? Do a little something for yourself. Stop worrying about somebody else's coochie.
But she did. She took the what the coochie was being stuffed with and stuffed it in her own.
But that was after the king died, you
I
know?
feel like it still
I-
counts.
yeah, I guess. But yeah, I that just made me lose my thought. Why'd you have to say that?
I'm sorry.
Stuffing things in coochies. Like
That's what I'm here for. That's
Cute.
the
oh,
gig.
I know. I was gonna say that at the end of it, after everything she's done, you know, with her time running the kingdom, her going to make sure that Aegon gets put on the throne, even though they were gonna do it without her anyway. Everything that she's fought for, it's like all for nothing because now her son fires her. So like once
Right.
again, you're just some lady.
That was interesting to watch, because I mean, it was definitely, we saw this coming with the leadership that she had and so much loved at one point got changed. But then just seeing her kind of just being ousted by everybody, like the whole round table was like, I mean, it's time for you to go.
Right.
And then she
Like,
made
just
sure
straight
she
like
took all
that.
her vacation days at the end.
You got to use up your PTO.
She did.
She
She
said, I'm
did.
going to the woods.
She went and swam in that water, honey, looking like their eyes are watching God, just laying up, laying up in the pool. Like, okay, now you're having a deep introspective thought about life. Come on, child. Like, but yeah, you did kind of spark how I was feeling about House Valerian, Nikki. Just seeing Bela and Reyna's characters develop and what their storylines are going to be. Like, I love Bebe. I call her Bebe.
I love it.
Bela. Would love to hopefully see more of her next season. Like, just more of an in-depth dive on her. And Reyna, you know, there's a big cliffhanger on her.
Yeah.
And
Did she get eaten or did she fly?
They've changed her storyline quite a bit, so I am really
Yeah, that's
interested to
true.
see what they decide to do.
Yeah, they're making her very significant and just leaving her running around chasing after burnt sand.
Hiking with no supplies. Like, she didn't
burnt
plan this
sand
well.
patches.
At all.
She did. I mean, I know it wasn't really a plan, but like you couldn't grab a bottled water off the cart first or something.
Nah, she could have
Like,
tucked the blanket in the petticoats or something.
girl.
Bottled water is crazy.
Hey, that's Chaos Theory. How you doing? Hey, Peter Griffin and Shadowcat Bex.
Hey, y'all, what's up?
I think my favorite thing was watching Kristen Cole go from capturing all these castles and being this very proud and like confident and just, you know what I mean, kind of smug piece of shit to
Very much
being
smug.
fully traumatized once he saw what battle looks like when there are dragons.
The rhythm of war.
Sanderson reference.
Boom. Thanks.
Yes.
Got that in. You got that in a little late, Nikki. You've been on for
I
15
know.
minutes.
I know. And I should know since I was just listening to The Way of Kings.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked I think that actor did a really good job with the change, you know, showing us how much he's changed. And yeah, all the acting I think is really great.
Yeah, it was
Really great
it
acting.
was good last season too, but like something to get to see everybody this season kind of had their moment of being able to portray the drama that they were experiencing. You know, like nobody phoned it in. Well, okay, I take that back. There's two people who
I know who you hate.
yeah, I know. I don't say it on air. But yeah, those two aside, I think that everybody was excellent. I felt like they made me hate go from hating someone to being like, oh man. I mean, Egon is still a terrible person, but the acting, mwah,
Right. Low key.
wow.
All the
He
both
convinced me that
sons.
he was just like a little boy who was just like really, really rapey, but also like was stuck in a position that he didn't want to be in. Was just like, okay, I'm tired of it, but I wanted to do a good job. But mommy, it's hard. But don't call me a coward. I'm gonna fight. But mom, you know, it's just like all of those things.
Just a brat. Altogether brat.
Yeah.
But he had a good heart. Like he actually cared about how people thought about him.
Well, he
How
cared what people thought about him. That didn't mean he had a good heart.
Well,
But it made
yes.
you, I mean, I feel like he made you feel like he did, but he's still a terrible
until you remember like the things he's done and like who he really is.
You're
See?
right.
He's charismatic. That's how they get you.
Yeah.
What about
I wish we had seen more Helena.
Me too.
Do you? She I disliked her character.
Really? Why did you
why
dislike Helena? Can I tell Bex who you don't like since it's technically not on air?
Who I don't like?
Who Nikki doesn't like?
Okay.
Nikki?
Wait, huh?
Can I put it in the chat who you don't like?
I'll text her.
Okay. we don't like to like say things that'll hurt anybody's feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's kind.
Yeah. Because everybody's doing a good job, you know. It's just some people I wasn't sold on their performance, but that doesn't mean I need to call them out.
Right.
Because they still did a great job. So Bex, I will text you right now.
I did start to like Helena towards the end, like the last thing she said. It was like, it's not gonna matter. You're still gonna die. That was my favorite Helena moment, if we're calling a spade a spade. But yeah, I mean, I was indifferent about her character in general. She was an important character, but of course, I mean, her kid got murdered this season. Great acting to kind of just show how she's just kind of aloof as a character when things of danger happen because she can foresee them.
Yeah, when we do see her, she's doing a great job. I just wish they had given us a little bit more of her because I feel like she's important and they're not. I care about her, and I think it's because I've read Fire and Blood.
Right.
So, you know, I want other people who haven't read it to watch this and care about her.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think that's a big part to do with this because we just get her presented as this, okay, she's maybe not so right in the head, but like when you understand the tragedy of her life and yeah, I think when you understand
she's
that
like
she's personality, she's just an innocent girl.
I was just gonna say she's an innocent in all of this. You know, she's the queen, but she has no role
other than to have babies.
Like, yeah. You know, so all of this is happening. She has nothing to do with it. And yet here's her brother trying to make her go fight like she's some kind of warrior.
Yeah.
The way he was dragging her out the room, I'm like,
Like,
I was
I'm
like,
gonna need you to get on your
like,
dragon
is he
and
gonna
bust some
throw
ass.
her on the dragon, or is he about to throw her in the practice yard? Like, where are you going right now?
Imagine.
Like, he's
Like,
gonna just hand her a sword. Like, what is happening right now?
still in her nightgown and shit. Like, what do
Yeah.
you what's going
Like,
like,
right,
she don't even
right.
got no
Like, she's
armor
like, I'm
on.
about
She
to
got
go
her
to
little
bed.
dress on.
She don't even got on boots. She's in house slippers. He's crazy.
got her moo on. Talk about
Yeah.
got
Her
her
house
moo
coat.
on. Talk about let's go. I need you to hop
Like,
on your dragon now.
yeah.
Bye.
I've been enjoying Eamon's crazy ass too.
Oh,
And
yeah, I hate him,
I
which is a good
I
thing.
Oh
love to
yeah.
hate him. And I like watching him go from having his own sense of honor in a way, but like the moment he actually gets the power, just losing his shit and going full psycho immediately, like on day one. You know, because he was the one who's like doing his studies and training and all the things that a king should be doing, and you know, he feels like he should have been the king. Too bad he's not the oldest, and he would have done the duty of marrying his sister without complaint and all that stuff. And then it's like you finally get put in charge and you lose your whole mind
What's
and just
his
go on a killing spree.
what's sorry to abruptly change. Well, it's not abrupt, it's the same topic, but what's his dynamic with Damon? Like, I'm still trying to understand, like, does he look up to him? Are they paralleling them because they're both the second born? Like,
I
why are they so much like scoffing
I
at each
think
other from the
I think
wind
it's
and
I think it's a competitive thing.
okay.
Damon is known as this fierce fighter, Aemond is known as this fierce fighter, and
Mhm.
they're on opposite sides of the
Sides.
conflict.
Yeah, I
So
think
it's
if
like
they were go ahead.
no, I think you were gonna say the same thing I was about to say. I think because they're on the opposite sides of a conflict, it's like this automatic tension between them because they're both allegedly the best. And that
Okay.
if they were on the same side,
Yeah.
there wouldn't be that animosity. They'd probably be training together and
I
teaming up.
honestly think that they're a little bit impressed with each other. Like, if they were on the
Uh-huh.
same side, Damon would have been the guy that Eamon grew up like, "I wanna
Mhm.
be like him,"
I want to
you
be
Yes.
like
know?
uncle.
And I think there's still an element like that, except it's like, I'm on this side, so I need to take your place because there can
Right.
only be one of us, right? 'Cause
Right.
you're like, yes, you're a fierce warrior, but I'm young, and I'm
Mhm.
about to be king.
Yeah, right. You're the
I could
old
be
guard,
king.
I'm the new.
Exactly,
That's
and
what
I
his
actually
brother-in-law,
allegedly have a right to the throne in the
His
line of
uncle.
succession.
his
Yeah.
his uncle,
It's his uncle and his brother-in-law.
brother-in-law.
Yeah.
It's his brunkle-in-law.
Uncle, yes.
Brunkle-in-law is
Listen,
crazy.
we always say the Targaryen family tree is a bush
Uh-huh.
because, yeah. So yeah, so it's both his brother and his brother-in-law and his uncle.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Masar. Wait, I'm sorry. Am I like
No,
No, go for it.
taking
Go for it.
control
go
of
for
y'all
it.
podcast?
No, go for it. Go for
Your
it.
girl got notes.
We've talked about this already.
Yeah, we've already talked about every single episode. We want to hear what you have to say.
Your
Yeah.
girl got notes.
I love it. I love it.
I want to talk about Rhaenyra tonguing down Massaria out of nowhere.
Yo, let me tell you how
What
angry
is
I am
going
about this.
on?
Because to me, it didn't make sense. I felt like it felt forced, and I felt me and Tanya
Yes.
talked about this. I felt like they were being like, "Oh wait, this is what we were supposed to do in Game of Thrones with Daenerys and her handmaiden, but we didn't. We forgot. So here you go now." Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was kind of random considering they didn't go back to it the rest of the season.
Right. Like,
yeah.
continue the love story if you're gonna ignite it. Like,
Mhm.
just out of
Yeah.
nowhere, just
Or not even a
make out
conversation like,
session.
that didn't happen. Let it never happen again. Whatever. Like, I
Right.
don't feel like in that moment that it was strong enough to be like, okay, let's kiss each other. Because all Rhaenyra did was like, it's like she was ovulating. She checked her out for one day and then she's like, okay, they kissed, and then she ovulated, was over. She's like, oh, we're never gonna talk about this. It didn't make any sense.
Is that the medieval
She
way
had the
though?
post-nut clarity.
Yeah, but not even. It's like the pre-post nut. It's like where you look at someone and then the next day you're like, ooh, oh no, I was totally ovulating. That was not a good thing. You look better the day before.
Had a
Mhm.
few of those nights.
Hey.
Yeah, oh, here's a comment. It was improv by the actors. That's probably why they bring it up. Oh, so they wait, hold on. So they just wanted to make out?
Why they
Oh,
don't
well,
bring it up, or
I mean, I can respect that, but like we could have cut.
That's
Improv, that's hilarious. Well, they
okay.
should have thought it. They should have thought it through. What happens now? Hi, Johnny's Taylor.
they
Here's another comment that I
they
want to
bang
share.
bang next season.
Okay. As
Mm.
much as the fandom says Masari is Team Smallfolk, I don't buy it. That's
Hot take.
interesting.
Do you think that she's Team Smallfolk as Littlefinger is his little birds?
Oh,
Because for
don't
whatever's for
think-
the good of the realm, but I don't think Visaria feels like that.
I think she's down for the small folk for real. That's been her calling card since day one.
Yeah, I mean, she was trying to end the pit fighting with the
Yeah.
kids, and
we know her story now. Know that she came over as like poor person, but
oh, here's a clarification. It was not improv; it was scripted. There was slight improv as to the timing of the kiss on set. Got it.
oh,
Wow.
so
'Cause I was like,
when was this supposed to happen? Like, when did that fit in? Is my question.
I don't know. They
Yeah.
should have had Damon and Simon make out too. Does
Oh
everybody
my
just make out?
god! Or fucking Miss Creepy McGee. Like, I was waiting for that to happen the whole season.
Miss Creepy McGee.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Alice
one that
Rivers.
talks to yeah,
Alice Rivers.
Oh yeah.
she's creepy.
They're like, no, we got him having sex with his mom. We've done enough.
Girl, what
That
the hell was that about?
Weird.
When I realized that was what the dream, that's who that was in the dream, because I thought it was a sister. I was like, oh, okay, we only saw her for one episode. Maybe that's like a weird callback. That Viserys married her, and I was like, oh no, mom. You guys have done it again. Just when you think you can't shock me anymore, you Targaryens.
It's like that's fine if there's some type of window as to what that's about. Like, I just need more clarity on what that's about. It just felt very random and jarring. They did a lot of that this season, more so than last season, just random jarring things that just had me like, what was that about? After every episode.
I think there were a lot of Easter eggs for people who have read Fire and Blood and people who watch Game of Thrones.
Yes, for sure. I got a lot of the Game of Thrones callbacks. I loved it. I loved them going to the wall this season, and
I wanted to see more of the Starks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got significantly more veil than we did of Starks, and we were asking for the veil too.
We sure did get the veil.
I want to know that lady more. I would have liked to see her more. What's her name?
I believe it was Lady Jane Arryn.
Yes,
Jane
Lady
Arryn.
Jane. Yeah.
So that would have been what's her name's aunt or something, or mom from Game of Thrones.
Whose mom?
Catelyn Stark.
No, because her sister married into that family.
Got it. So she's from
her sister's husband is an Arryn.
So what's her surname? I forgot. Or before she was a
Tully.
Tully. She was the Tullys. That's right.
Yes. So the Elmo Tully is one of her ancestors.
Got
the
it.
guy who talked all that shit to Damon, which I loved. I was like,
he sure was going at that. Was a whole moment. Okay, little baby Grover
like
Tully.
he was so shy, when he wasn't the one in charge.
Wait, did you call him Elmo Tully?
I did call him Elmo. Is that not Elmo?
Grover.
Oh,
I just peeped that.
Sesame Street Tully.
Because like
no, Grover was the older one. Elmo was the kid.
Elmo is the kid? Okay.
Yeah.
Really? I thought that was jokes. Hold on.
Yeah, so did I. I was like, Elmo?
No, so in the books it's Elmo, Grover, and Kermit. Like George was fucking around.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was Oscar.
Oh, Oscar.
Sorry.
Yeah.
One of them Sesame Street.
I said Sesame Street Tullys.
Yeah, it was one of the Sesame Tullys. My bad. I thought it was Elmo, but there is an Elmo. I'm not making it up.
That's funny. I didn't know.
I would. The reason I even picked that up on that is because then you said Grover. Lyric said Grover, and I was like, wait a second. Wait, so His name was Grover, so he named his grandson Elmo, and that's why I was confused.
Yeah, there's some Sesame Street Tullies because I
Oh,
don't know,
George,
George
you're so
was
funny. Give us
give us Winslow
WOW.
Winter.
That's
Yeah,
why we can't be disappointed by anything. I feel like we had season 8, which we don't talk about, but then we don't drag George for not putting out Winds of Winter. You guys know that. However, it's what makes us patient and prone to disappointment in this universe now.
right.
Muppet Tullies.
That's funny.
That was one of the clues at Spoons and Tunes over the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oop. I don't know what that was. Um,
Oh, did you hear that?
yeah.
Oh, my
Was that your
windows.
stomach? I'm just kidding.
I haven't eaten all day.
There's some stuff. Well, okay, I don't want to spoil book stuff, but there's some stuff with Alice Rivers that I'm interested in seeing. But what did you think about her in general throughout this season?
I thought she confused me just because of the way the show established their dynamic of like Damon is not somebody that takes disrespect, and
Mhm.
the way people talk to him, like he's very much not about that life. So I don't think they did a good enough job at explaining like what other aside from it being the palace being creepy, why is he popping his shit at Simon, but with Alice, he's like coy and like, oh, like
Yeah.
she can just say
Oh,
whatever to him.
coy.
So his dynamic with her was very interesting. Obviously, like, she is from the from the old gods, and that's something that he's not about and doesn't know really until he touched that tree and saw everything.
I found it
Everything
fascinating that he was
to
worried
do
about
that.
being poisoned but was willing to drink random witch potion.
Right. I just feel like they on the show they could have just really, aside from that conversation in the kitchen, what was the episode when he first got to um Harrenhal,
Mhm.
I would have liked, as someone who hasn't read the book, guys, so everybody who's tuned in, I
Mm.
have not read any of the books. I'm just purely about the shows. Um I don't know backstory. I don't know any of that. So we need to establish, the Game of Thrones was so good with establishing character development and relationships. And
Hmm.
so if you're going to have him change his behavior from what we typically know about this character, I need like more of a convincing reason why, aside from just the palace's or the castle is haunted, because he didn't act that way with Simon or anybody else,
Right.
just with her. And I just didn't understand, like, just because she talks slick to him,
I felt
that
like
made
he was
her.
just I feel like he was just really curious about her, because
Yeah,
nobody talks to him like that, and yet
no.
she was completely unafraid, and I think I feel like he was taken aback and also kinda curious.
I think so too. I think that in addition to those two things, I don't take Damon really for a bad judge of character because he's met lots of people, he's been in the world. And Alice Rivers, I think immediately he knows is someone not to be fucked with. And I think she
She's a
respects that.
witch.
He's
Yeah,
just like, so, he's like, oh no, this is not one you fuck with. She's not the one. But
or the
let me
two.
see what happens, or the two. But
So he can't fuck with her, so he takes it out on poor Simon, who
yeah,
had
well, we
the
know he's
best
Okay.
abusive
wardrobe,
already.
by the way.
Period. He was dripped down. Okay. Drip.
Every episode, every time we saw I'm like, "Okay, y'all said y'all don't have no money,
He
but
was
your
my
clothes
favorite.
are telling me
Simon
something
had his
else."
own budget.
I think he was my favorite of the season. One of my favorites.
Yeah,
Mm,
I really liked him too,
yeah, me
Especially
too.
because
the very first episode that we saw him. It's just kind of like he was like, "Well, welcome. Appears that you are, it appears that you are the king. We
yeah,
don't have this chicken, but we got buffalo wings over here.
yeah.
The kitchen has sushi.
The
So what you
kitchen's
want?"
closed, but there's still some stuff. Like, I felt like he was a bit brave too, because
Mm-hmm.
he was, like,
Mhm.
low key popping his shit at Damon. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
he was
Yeah.
making little comments, or, like, the time when Damon, like, hucks them up by his shirt, and he's like, "Shh." Like, I was I was like, "Why are you hushing him like he's a toddler?" But I loved it. So
Acting like one.
and
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, so the with Simon, I felt like he was never truly cowed by Damon. I felt like he was smart enough to watch his mouth and not be
Mm-hmm.
too overtly uh rude's not really the word I want to use, but I can't think of another one.
Just popping, just standing, popping his chest out like it wasn't an ego or
Yeah,
authoritative
Like, you're not gonna
response.
disrespect me totally in my house, but I
right.
think he
But
also
the
knows that he
moment,
needs him.
huh?
I think he also know that Damon, like, needs him. He's like, Simon knows
Yes,
that he's in the right, and he knows that Damon is not stupid. He's not gonna
right,
fuck up having the biggest castle as a place to
right.
garrison
But
an
Simon's
army.
not stupid
But
either, and he's not gonna push him to be. He's
yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
get stabbed, and you know what I mean. Like he's not gonna push him to stab him in a
yeah.
fit of fury. But Simon showed us who he is, though, when he
Mhm.
immediately messaged Rhaenyra once there was treachery afoot.
Yeah, that and I mean he got
Beat me
so
911 and call me. I'm so excited.
I'll call you back.
yes, perfect song moment. I was confused about that because so did Damon switch up and not tell old boy that came and turned on Rhaenyra because
Damon.
he touched the tree
Mhm.
Mhm.
and then Rhaenyra just happened to come right after that. So
Yeah, so he never gave a response to Alfred Broom, was that what it
Alfred
was?
the
Alfred,
traitor.
Yeah,
yeah,
he never gave a response to Sir Alfred. And what the vibe that I got was Damon was in fact building an army and intended on taking the throne for himself. But when Alfred Broom came in and said it, I think he found it kind of disrespectful because how dare you
yeah,
assume that I'm going to take the throne for myself, even though I am?
yeah,
How dare you
right. You
assume that
can't
I'm the type of person to do that? Yeah, you can't say that. And how dare you
how you
try to
clock my
betray my
teeth.
wife?
You're
Yeah,
talking treason to my face, and I am the
yeah,
king.
You're comfortable doing that, meaning you
right.
think you got it sweet. So just
Meaning I
out of
can't trust you because remember, he was willing,
mm,
he didn't burn the Brackens
Mhm.
because he's like, those are the type of people I need, people who want to die for this shit. And Sir Alfred showed him that he's not that type of person.
right,
So even if Damon did intend to become king, Sir Alfred is not somebody he's gonna want on his side because he didn't even have to try to turn him. He
Yeah.
just did the shit. So what's to stop you? So what's to stop Alfred Broom now for turning to the Greens, even though he said
these
that
are
he would
bars.
never serve them? And I was
Mhm.
like, I believe him. I believe him. But now I don't think I do anymore.
It's like
Right.
maybe he
Um,
won't serve them outrightly, but he'll, like, send them a
betray
text
in
or
some
2.
way. Yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, but then he sees this vision, and I think that the vision, the way he interpreted it, was that Rhaenyra is this important person that's gonna bring the realm together. Because he doesn't know who he saw. We know that that's Daenerys with 3 dragons, but
Mhm,
he doesn't
mhm.
know that. He just knows it's a Targaryen. He could
Yeah.
have thought that was Rhaenyra.
Right.
He could have thought it was a
Interesting.
past Targaryen or a future Targaryen. Like, he has no idea.
I never
Mhm.
considered that he may have thought that Daenerys was Rhaenyra.
I mean, I just think he could have thought it was anyone
Mhm.
because he doesn't know of a Daenerys yet because she doesn't exist. So it's just going by these
Don't even know.
flashes.
Don't even know.
He's no Helen. I mean Helena. He's no Helena.
Helen on her days off.
No,
Yeah.
Helen.
um
I did want to ask you guys about the twins, Eric and Eric.
okay.
I feel like
Oh.
that was a
Love
moment that just
them.
kind of came and went. Um, but their little love fest before they died. I didn't know how.
Mhm.
I wonder what the directors just wanted us to make to take away from that moment, aside from.
Helen.
Uh,
Yeah. I'm calling her Helen for now on.
Yeah.
uh,
No, this is where
Helen
we are.
Karen. Um, but yeah, rest in peace
Oh,
to
hey,
real
Raw
niggas.
Digga.
So
Hey,
yes, we be me and Digga. We be going at it about this House of Dragon as well.
hey.
You and her, Tanya, you and Digga are the two that
That text
I
you
write.
about it.
Yeah, because Ra has read the books as well, so we have a throne who's
Okay.
read the books.
Oh shoot,
Mm.
she should jump on the stream.
I was
Yeah,
about to say because she can answer the question that you just asked.
about Eric and Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but no, what do y'all think? Like, or better yet, what do you feel like the directors tried to
So
portray
Eric
with
and
that
Eric,
scene?
Eric and I'm gonna highlight her bona fide throny. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey.
She got me
Um
into it.
so there's a scene in Game of Thrones where Joffrey is making fun of Tommen for crying, and
Hmm.
Sansa mentions Sirs Eric and Eric and how they cried when they slew each other. And so yes, and it's a
Mhm,
song. So
mhm.
if you've read the books, you know that there's a whole song about them, and there's different
Wow.
stories about how they died. Some say that they killed each other at the same time and died crying in each other's arms. Some say that that they killed each other and were calling each other traitor. Some says one killed the other, but the other one had a life-threatening wound and he died days later. So like there's all these different accounts of what happened to them. And
Yeah.
so this was like combining all of those things and showing us, according to the show, what really happened. And when you rewatch Game of Thrones, you'll see her mention that.
Yeah, I gotta go find that Easter egg. That's pretty dope. I
Yeah.
really loved that episode, just showing
Mhm.
how he came into Dragonstone, how he kind of like blended in. I mean, obviously them being real twins helped, but
Yeah.
just the camera work was incredible. The fight scene was
Oh,
incredible.
yeah,
Loved
Like
it.
definitely.
seeing Rhaenyra's like, which,
Right.
which one?
Because her and her
Which
guard
one?
don't know who to help.
Yep.
Right. And that was very real. Like just to be like,
And dude barred the
him.
door so she couldn't run out either.
Right.
What a terrifying evening.
Yeah, that was
Bruh.
an
I've
incredible.
definitely never had someone break into my bedroom with a sword to kill me.
And then his
Like,
twin popped out to fight him, not
right.
just from under
Like
your bed.
I
Like
can't say that that's
Spider-Man
happened to me.
meme.
I can't say it's something I relate to.
Just a regular Tuesday
Spider-Man meme,
night.
like,
Right. But with swords. Okay, so I need somebody to draw that. The Spider-Mans, just put some white hair on them.
Oh
Like
my
keep it
god, yeah.
Spider-Man, but put
that
the
would be
white hair on
awesome.
them and give them swords.
Oh,
This-
Janice. Janice.
There's a big spoiler that Joffrey says I won't repeat.
Oh, is this
Okay.
the same? Yeah, it might be the same thing.
Yeah, we're not doing book spoiler stuff because I know a lot of people enjoy remaining unsullied. And
Yeah.
actually you've been avoiding
No
I've been
chops
avoiding
intended.
yeah, I've been avoiding rereading as much as I can
I thought about it today. I really
about
did.
reading it
Yeah, I was like,
because I forgot a
there's so
lot.
much time. Well, since there's so much time before it comes out, I feel like I will also forget about it by that time. Things might happen. I'm like, oh, is this gonna be? But yeah, I kind of just want to reread like where we are up until now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not reading no books.
Oh,
I'm not reading no books.
Janice, I know exactly what you're talking about, and I also won't spoil it because that's gonna happen way later.
With Marjorie.
Yes,
Okay.
I know exactly what you're
I
talking
know
about.
where.
It's when he's walking around showing all of the Targaryen like grave
Mm,
thingies.
mhm.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. And what's this? I learned the witch in House of Dragon is not Melisandre. That would have been a dope plot twist. Yeah, no, that's not. That would
I
have been
remember that hot
crazy.
take.
That would
Yeah,
have
that
been
would have been
crazy.
crazy.
That would have been crazy. Melisandre, I think, has not been. We know she's like majorly old, but I don't know if she's that old.
That would have been epic though.
That would
Like,
have been crazy.
because
No,
of the way she
Alice
died, and
Rivers. Yeah, Alice Rivers is a strong bastard, basically.
Mhm.
That's why she's at Harrenhal.
Rivers, because Rivers
Yeah,
is the bastard name, right? The bastard
right.
surname. Got it.
Right. So
Yeah.
she's Daddy Strong's bastard that they just like, you stay here and be a witch.
Daddy
Be the
strong.
best, be the best witch you can.
Daddy strong.
Dad
Wait,
is
if she's
strong.
wait. Hold on. So then she is, does that make her, if it's Daddy Strong, does that make her Jace and Lucerys's cousin?
Aunt.
Aunt? Sorry, aunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bars.
See, I mean,
She's an alleged strong bastard. She's definitely a bastard. She's an alleged strong bastard.
Do you think we're gonna see what's his face next season? The Darren?
Darren, yes,
We
yes.
better, because
If we don't
first
see
of
him until
all,
the season after that, I'll be so mad. This is
First
where
of all,
I'll
He's
quit.
been this aloof nigga that we just don't know is going
whole
on.
season 1, he doesn't even exist. All of season 1, he
Yes.
doesn't exist. Now season 2, you're telling me he exists and you don't show him to me. You don't no clips of what he's doing.
None.
Like suddenly there's this other child that nobody ever talks about or reminisces on.
So
He could have flown his dragon in for his daddy's funeral. It only takes but a day if you're on a dragon. He could have caught his flight that same day. Yes, Janice, they did show his dragon at the very end, but we didn't see him. We didn't see Darren.
No, we didn't.
Oh, is that the dragon that old girl is chasing after?
No. When they're showing
that you see the high towers are marching, the dragon that's flying over them. That's Darren and
Oh, okay, got it.
name?
I gotta rewatch that part. There's a lot of things that were happening at once.
Is it Silver? What's his dragon's name? Silverwing? Blue?
No, it's not Silverwing. Tessarian.
Tessarian.
I think.
Ulf has Silverwing. See, I'm kind of remembering
Ulf has Silverwing.
Ulf has Silverwing, and
it's a Tessarian. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm lazy. I'm not going to, but I believe you're right.
I'm just gonna Google Tessarian and see what comes up.
Like door dashing ice cream. This is where I am in my life.
Yeah, I'm door dashing sushi.
I'm not
grub hubbing.
Yes, Tessarian. I was right. Beautiful blue dragon. I'm not door dashing anything, unfortunately, because I am in Waxhaw, North Carolina.
Oh, that's right.
There is nothing open right now.
Everything you're gonna have to go pick it up from the back from your garden and make it yourself.
Yes, I'm gonna be grinding my herbs and spices.
You down there, Digger can actually come find you and get on the podcast.
Digger, come help me. Bring me some food.
Y'all Carolinians right now.
Oh, she's down here too.
I think I'm not sure. Digger, are you out of town or in town? Let us know.
Yeah, come.
But all
bring
jokes.
Me food.
The cast.
I think my other favorite moment too was when the food randomly was sent to.
Oh, when she Uber Eats to King's Landing.
When she sent her care package of Uber,
she door dashed
her Grubhub care package to the small folk was bomb.
Nikki does that for me all the time.
It's true.
And what's his name piped up to his daddy, bald black brother.
Ooh,
Adam was talking
beautiful.
cash shit.
No, Alan. Sorry,
Alan.
Yeah, Alan.
Yeah, Alan was talking cash shit, and I loved every minute of it. Like he told him about himself, and he needed to hear you deadbeat.
Yeah, he had it coming.
That, my friends, was a read.
Although
that
we
is what we call a read.
A little bit, just like show book, but nah. Yeah, he totally had it coming. Just to think that he's been walking around there ignoring people, these kids, for his entire life.
Yeah, that's trash.
Like,
I didn't know
they're yours.
But also, what does this say about Auntie Ray? Because it seems that Auntie Ray kind of knew too who they were.
Yeah, I mean, when she went and touched his face and was like,
yeah,
she probably seen him around. I think you don't think that she didn't know. I think she did.
I don't think that she knew that's who they were. I think she knew he had bastards, but that she didn't. Because when she sees him, she's like telling him how handsome he is and stuff because she's never seen him before. She only heard about him when he saved Corliss's life.
I had the feeling that she saw a strong resemblance or something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. She saw him and saw the resemblance. But what I'm saying is, I don't think she's known about him the whole time.
Okay.
I think maybe she's heard rumors, but I don't think she was also walking by like, yeah, there goes my husband's kids.
Do you think she would have made him pay child support?
Yes.
She's noble. Okay. Yeah. She's an honorable woman.
I mean, she's the one who is pushing for him to have honors and get a bigger role
True.
Yeah, I
because
think
she recognized who he is.
I
She has
asked
the
you,
ambition.
Tanya, I asked you and Ra about them. Like, I wasn't sure if, like, that was my exact question. By the way, again, the show in developing character backstory, it was very just like assuming that everyone read the book, which I mean, I get it, but I'm like, wait, does the daddy know,
Right.
or is he? Because I just wasn't sure until he
That was a
popped
thing
off.
we kind of tiptoed around because we were like,
Yeah.
have
We
people
didn't want to
picked up that
spoil
these
it.
are his kids? Because we
Court,
don't want to, we
yeah,
know.
we
So the
know.
way it plays out in the books is that everyone says that they're Laenor's kids. So they would have been younger in the show if they had been Laenor's kids, obviously. So in the books, everyone says that they're Laenor's kids. When they come forward for the dragon riding and all of that, they claim to be Laenor's kids. But like everybody kind of knows that they're Corlys's secretly.
In the book, they're younger, so they're portraying them as like
Could possibly
Corlys
be
fucked.
Laenor's. But it's basically they're like, oh yeah, we're Laenor's kids, but everyone's like, we all know Laenor's gay and did not have a mistress.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But if y'all are saying that's your dad, fine. We'll
Mhm.
We'll
We'll
play
allow
along.
it.
We'll play along, but we know it's Corlys.
We're
We
already
know
like
accepting
Rhaenyra.
these other guys from.
right. We're like we know it's Corlys and you're trying to keep him out of trouble. Fine.
Yeah.
We'll play along.
She
So
keeps us
that's
safe.
so in the world in Throny world, right? Like, say this came out that because I thought the way they were doing at the Red Keep and with the Targaryens is that bastards be outside anyway. They just
Yeah.
bastards just be
Mhm.
bastarding.
Yeah.
So so if they found out, like you said, didn't want to get him in trouble, what's the worst that
In
could
trouble
happen
with
with
his
Corlys?
wife. Just in trouble with his wife.
But that
Because nothing's
isn't it.
gonna happen to him. He's a major lord. Nothing's gonna actually happen to him, but he probably just didn't want to piss off his own wife.
Yeah.
His
So
wife
I
has
know
a
if his wife
dragon.
is the type of person that would make him
Oh,
disappear.
His wife,
that part.
his wife is
Still
a
has a
princess.
dragon.
Yeah, his wife isn't just like some lady from a minor house who's happy to be here. She's a Targaryen princess who has a dragon. Like you don't piss her off.
No, she can make you guys all disappear.
And he's a social climber, so he wants to stay in her good graces.
Sure is. God damn. Talk about Kim Kardashian in the male form. Damn.
I wish they had showed Vaemon's family. Vaemon was supposed to have a family.
Yeah, R.I.P.
It would have
Vader.
added a little bit more contention with all of this succession stuff within the Velaryon household.
I wish they had.
Yeah, Vaemon was supposed to have a family.
They were some real niggas. The whole squad, the whole time.
Yo, in
Wow.
season 1, when they enter for the wedding festivities,
Best entrance
oh
ever.
my
Favorite.
god,
You loved it. You was dying.
loved it. I was like, I wore white braids for Comic-Con that year. Last year, rather. I wore white braids. Like I was like, fuck it, I'm going white haired. Like I'm about to be a Velaryon with cornrows.
Yes. I loved that whole squad. I mean, you know, I love Bebe.
Mhm.
The whole squad. And I really, you know, I feel like we lost what's her name so soon.
Rhaenys.
Not Rhaenys. We had enough of her.
Oh, Lena.
Lena.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did lose.
Rest in
Lena
peace
too
to a real
soon.
nigga.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did love
Real
Lena.
nigga.
I wish so in the
When
books
she
Lena
comes back and says, "Hey, have you checked on our children?"
Yeah. Like
That's
crazy.
how's the ghost of your wife still making you watch your own kids? Like, sir, it's not babysitting if they're your kids. Damon.
So
Go
men
home.
were men even back then, huh? Even worse.
Lena and Rhaenyra were supposed to have been friends, but they didn't really like play that up in the show.
They
I think that would have been
chit-chatted a little bit, right?
Yeah, but they didn't show them as like friends. Because like I don't know, it's a little bit more messy when like you're my
I
friend.
only have
and,
one
like,
girl best friend at a time, Tanya. They could not
I
write
know.
that.
I guess because I was gonna say like she smashed her husband at her funeral. Like that's crazy.
Ah,
you know what I mean? Like that was the night of
Yeah.
Lena's funeral. Like
these are
girl,
facts.
I would haunt the shit out of her. And she's haunting Damon. She should have been haunting Rhaenyra.
These are facts.
Like she knew Damon wasn't shit. Expected better from Rhaenyra.
You know what I could have just did away with? I feel like they wasted an episode on this. The whole last episode with Tylan and the bitch that
Oh,
fought him
him
in the mud.
gathering the triarchy.
The triarchy. I know it's
Yeah,
important, but it's like if I'm
yeah,
gonna pick
I see what you're saying.
I liked it.
I didn't hate it, but I can see what you're saying.
the last episode and you're trying to establish some new shit, like I'm gonna need no. Like they could have swapped and did that later. Or
Yo, they were the
the
mean
episode
girls.
before.
They sure
They were
were.
the Westeros mean girls. The
Friend.
plastics.
How many of us
have them?
friend? There ain't no friends in Westeros.
No
at
friends
all.
in Westeros.
Nope.
You can't trust
Nope, nope,
anybody.
It's the leading cause of death in Westeros is friendship.
Bruh.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
a bar. The plague is friendship.
Right. Well, we are 55 minutes in.
Oh, wow.
That went by really fast.
It did. I feel I have more shit to talk about.
I know.
I mean, I want you back.
Whatever you want to get off your chest, by all means, get it off your chest. I'm not rushing you off. I'm just giving you a heads up.
It's like you ain't gotta go home.
No,
you gotta get the hell up off my podcast.
No. We can go for a few more minutes. That's fine. I was just letting you know in case you had to do something.
Oh
I ain't
no,
got
I'm
shit to
just
do. My kids are sleeping.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah.
Ooh, you lucky lady.
It's just the boys down there. You're
They were a throuple.
Oh, that's hot.
Stuff. Okay, all right. I feel like
Period.
Why didn't they write that in? That would have been amazing instead of wasting a kiss on Missaria.
See, that makes so much more sense.
Yeah, I would have preferred to see Rhaenyra and Lena make out sesh.
Absolutely.
Because none of them were really tripping like that anyway, like about Daemon per se. Like, you know, Rhaenyra's real boo was
See, now that's making me want to reread Fire and Blood because it's been literal years, so there is a lot that I just don't remember.
That's true.
Yeah.
I need to open the other one. What is the other one called?
Like Rhaenyra's like, you can have him.
Big book.
Like we can both have him. That's our man, sis.
Yeah, like it ain't no thing. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. I feel like that was their whole energy. Like it really was. You get them on Tuesday, I'll get them on Wednesday. Let's just have these kids real quick, and you know,
it's like we're all cousins.
The line, let's continue.
We're already being wild.
Let's continue the line of succession.
Like it's her uncle, it's your cousin. So you're my cousin, but he's your husband. So he's my cousin-in-law, but he's your uncle. Like,
Tanya, oh
fuck
my God.
it.
Oh my God.
It's like your head explodes when you try to work it all out. Like, literally, fuck it. Fuck it. What else do you have in your notes that you want to make sure we talk about?
No, I mean, it's 8 episodes. So y'all covered the gamut, I'm sure, every episode, but I think we hit the big things. I did want to probably get into the Blackwoods, and because that was my favorite like backstory line Easter egg.
Oh, the Blackwoods Brackens.
And the Brackens, and then seeing how Willem got fucking betrayed, and then all the like I think I lean more towards old what's the other religion? The seven, the other one.
The old gods?
The old gods. I'm team old gods.
Same.
Same.
So because they just stand on business differently.
So they really do though.
I just like how they move.
I mean, they actually show up.
They do. And they're just and I love how even consistently with Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, they have made the personalities of the old gods, the people that are in the communities that are there, not the Targaryens and all these high folk. They're all the same energy. It's all about loyalty. It's all about honor. It's all about respect. And that we saw that from episode 1, season 1, Game of Thrones with the Starks. Like that was the tone being set with the old gods, and they kept that energy when all these different houses came together to march upon Daemon at Harrenhal. Like, we ain't following you. Like they just barked at him. I was like, period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah, the
Like they were
old
not.
god worshippers are something else.
Yeah, they were not having it for him, and then he had to tuck his tail between his legs. We just saw Damon out of character the entire season, which was
He's
in more
not
ways
used to
than
being
one.
proud like that.
Yeah,
But it's like he knows there's nothing he can do because he needs this army.
Mm-hmm.
He absolutely needs this army. So like what can he say? What can he do? Is he gonna burn everyone? He can't.
yeah.
And that's the threat is Damon will kill you, except Damon can't kill you. So what's Damon gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
He needs the army. So he
The
has to feed it.
air for a day. The
Oh,
air
How
worse.
for a
offensive.
day.
How dare you?
It's the way they kept saying that, like styling him the air for a day. It was just
I miss Patty Considine. His acting was just so fucking
yeah.
great.
I'm glad they brought him back for a couple moments.
Yeah. Yeah. I really
Patty
loved him.
cakes.
Patty Cakes. I'm calling
They
him
brought
Patty Cakes from now on.
they brought patty cakes back. They brought young Emma back.
Was her name Millie Alcock, I think? is her
Millie.
Yeah,
name?
Millie Alcock.
Yeah, I liked her honestly the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool. I just feel a way about the ending. I feel
Yeah, I didn't think it was a bad episode. I just felt like it wasn't a good ending place.
it was a fluffer episode. We needed at least one more. Like it was just kind of like fluffer. We didn't get to the real main sexual acts. It was just
And I was thinking
Fluffing.
earlier. I was thinking that this is like, when you get a new book and it's like got an introduction and you read the introduction, you're excited to start the book, but it's got like a second introduction by another editor, and you're like, God
oh
damn
my
it.
god.
It feels like this.
Literally that. But it was cool.
Patty should have been nominated for Emmy for episode 8 for season 1.
Oh,
He should have been nominated for like pretty much like episode 8 he was so good, and him not getting nominations made me just want to go and fight on his behalf, like physically fight. I don't mean write letters. Like I wanted to go physically fight on his behalf because he absolutely should have had he should have a whole shelf full of Emmys. Like give him best costume. Like I don't best costume direct. Like I don't even care. Give him best directing, even though he's not the director. Like I don't care. Give him a Grammy. I don't give a fuck. Like he deserved. He deserved just every award. He was so good. He was so good. But yeah, as far as the ending,
and sea smoke burning down everything. sea smoke that was the first time in a while we saw a dragon just like light a nigga up just straight like that.
Wait, you mean Silver, right? Silver?
No, the one that
Sea Smoke went to
Adam.
Right. So before he left and went to Adam, he burned down one of the guys of the council that he
no, that was wait, was that Sea Smoke?
That was Sea Smoke
that burned the night. She was trying to get. Oh yeah, you're right. I know what you're talking about now. Yes, when she tried to get what was he, a Darkland?
Yeah.
Yes, it was a Darkland.
Whatever.
Yes, Darkland.
The Darkland. Yeah, Sea Smoke burned
then,
the Darkland.
Then he disappeared and went to.
And he found Adam.
And
I saw the best meme about that.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like the angry lady pointing at the cat. You know that meme?
Yeah.
And it was like, you said Darkland, and the cat's like, no, I said dark skin.
Oh my god. I feel like social media wasn't really social media-ing as much as it was for the last season.
That's because Twitter is absolute doo-doo right now.
Yeah, it wasn't giving what I needed it to give.
Yeah.
With parallel entertainment, but texting you guys were enough.
I'm glad I could be there for you. I hope to offer you more next season.
You do. So we have to wait 2 more years?
I don't know.
No, I'm resigned to it. It's like whatever. Just give me Wheel of Time and
Oh, I
Night of the
can't wait
Seven
for Wheel of
Kingdoms.
Time.
I'm good.
Night of the Seven. Are you gonna watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Lyric?
What's that?
So
Mhm.
it's based on another set of novellas from George R.R. Martin about, they call it the Dunk and Egg series, Sir Duncan the Tall and his Squire Egg. And they're
Oh,
another Westerosi pair and I love those stories.
Mhm.
when does that
This
start?
next
Next
year, I
June?
believe.
2025. I don't know when.
I just Googled it.
Next
Oh,
June? Okay.
egg.
I'll wait.
2 more years,
That gives us plenty of time, Tanya.
I guess.
First episode date, June 15th, 2025. So are Duncan the Tall?
Yeah, Sir Duncan the Tall and his Squire Egg.
Oh, I
So they call
remember
him
hearing
Duncan
about him
Egg.
in the first episode, in the first season. They talked about him a lot, a couple times.
And wait, what are you talking about? In what?
In the in the actual Game of Thrones series.
Oh, right, right. Oh,
He was
right, right, right.
mentioning
Because yeah,
conversation
yeah,
about
yeah,
like
yeah,
squires and stuff like that.
yeah. Yeah, those are really fun stories. So I'm looking forward to that. So we will definitely cover that.
Oh yeah, I'm
There's no
excited
way
about
we
that.
couldn't. Yeah, we'll definitely cover that. Do you watch Wheel
Yes.
of Time?
Is that more Game of Thrones stuff?
No,
No,
it's a different series, but another fantasy
it's a
series, but
different
it's a different.
universe,
It's on
but
Amazon.
very good. I think you'd
It's
like
very
it.
good.
Wheel of Time.
Hmm.
And there's
Okay.
2 seasons, so you can keep yourself busy if you're
Yeah,
having like
because I
fantasy
do.
withdrawal right now.
I really am though. Like I really thought like this past Sunday, like damn,
Me
like
too.
I
I was
usually
like, what
run
do I
home.
do right now?
I was
Yeah,
like,
there's no
wondering why I was in
basketball.
bed so early.
The Olympics are over.
Mhm.
Well,
Right.
Paralympics haven't started yet. So it's
That's
like
true.
it's Sunday night. There's just like nothing happening.
This is a fact. I mean, I
I've
did
been
go
to
out,
anime.
listen to some house music. Um, but that
I got drunk with my in-laws. Hammered.
yay.
We got a cocktail smoker from Dar's cousin, brought over a cocktail smoker, and I was making smoked Manhattans all night.
Hmm.
That sounds
So that
interesting.
that made for a rough Monday. Didn't like the ending season. Oh, I'm guessing he says the ending of the season, but I blame HBO and David Zaslav. Yes, it is their fault for cutting it short. It's not the writer's fault.
Yeah.
I think they were expecting to have 2 more episodes. They were forced to cut
Oh,
it short.
Yeah, that's what
Um,
they said though, and I've seen some things where like, "Oh, no, we wrote
yeah.
this whole thing and they like what you got was not like the finished product and they just pushed it through anyway."
And it's
damn.
like y'all have endless
Right.
money. Like, calm down.
Buku dollars.
Like, please relax. You have endless money, and you
I
know
would
you're
I
have
gonna
just
make
I would have
so much from
taken
this.
one fewer dragon. One less dragon for better writing. Like take 2 dragons this season
I mean,
for
if
fewer and
I
better.
would have, like Lyric had said, I would have shortened that triarchy scene
yeah,
to
Yeah.
like
add in some dragon fighting.
fluffers. All this fluffers, like they're hard already. We don't need any of this. They
But
like
maybe that's what it was. They're like, "No, they're not."
like
Let's give them this
damn.
too.
Like I feel like if you're gonna make us wait 2 years, 2 years, give us everything you got. Like don't skimp
Yep.
us after having us wait 2 years. Like I understand there was a strike and all of that, but
It's the studio's fault. Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato.
well, yeah, I can't wait for the Night of the Seven Kingdoms for sure. That I think is another little baby story that I went on a rabbit hole
Mhm.
when I was just googling names and stuff and all the families. So
I have high hopes. I mean, considering they're like mostly, well, the 3 stories we have all have endings, so there's not a whole lot
That's
of room
fun.
to fuck it up, you know?
unlike
So
We don't
like
talk about Bruno.
exactly, exactly. All right, Ms. Jones, where
yes.
can people find you and what do you have going on?
Oh, well, you can find me on all the things, all the socials. Instagram, I kind of don't fuck with Twitter other than just music announcements. So
Is it at Lyric Jones everywhere?
Lyric Jones. That's my sandbox. That's where I be at on Instagram. Everything else is just like a bulletin board of whatever's going on musically. So if that's your direct focus, you can follow me on Spotify, Bands in Town, SoundCloud, all of those things. Lyric Jones. The Lyric Jones, Lyric Dash Jones is my website. That's where you can kind of just find everything. And your girl is doing house music now. So
Okay, I like that.
we leaning all the way into tempo.
I love that.
Hold on,
I'm
here
about to
for it.
drop your website link
Thank you, friend.
into the comments.
So yeah, we got the remix just dropped for my joint Better Now. That just came out June 10th. And so the first remix came out this past weekend.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm loving the house world of things. Deep soulful house, Afro house. It's been really fun and welcoming.
That's Donut's like favorite genre right now. I pull up house DJs for him because he comes home and he's like, I want to dance.
It's that's you can't go wrong. The frequency is undeniable. Whereas the space I was in prior, hip hop, it's not really the case. Especially as an MC, women, we already know what that is. So I don't want to be anywhere near that. So yeah, it's just Better Now is out. Vinyl will be dropping soon. So the few guys
more vinyl. Okay, all right.
Vinyl.
Go to the website. I dropped it in the comments.
Yes.
I will add it to the stream.
Follow on all the
description too.
socials.
My sushi should be arriving. Get the drinks drinking. Y'all, this was great.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And I hope that we have you again.
You saw I was excited. You hit me. I was like, text digga. Like, listen, we doing
Hey AK.
Hey AK.
What up, AK? Oh man, you just missed us.
Yeah, we're about to go AK, but thank you for dropping in. We appreciate you.
Hit the rewind. Hit the Game of Thrones House of Dragon rewind. 1,000 eyes in one.
Dun, 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 dun. How many eyes does Lord Bloodraven have? 1,000 eyes.
1,000 eyes in one.
It's hilarious. Go ahead with your voices, guys.
And on that note, good night, everybody.
Bye.
Jones, don't hang up. You stay there.
Love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Have a good night, everybody. And stream.